Good morning, everybody. Good day. What we're gonna do today is I'm gonna show very quickly how to install an n8n instance in a free server. Okay, so if you are here, you're probably already heard about n8n and you're a little bit lost about n8n container servers, the cloud. And so I'm gonna try to dumb it down a little bit. Not that I am an expert myself, but you know, just to help everyone go through this as smooth as possible. So first, um, we are going to explain how to get a free server. Well, not explain, I'm just going to show you, right? So this is Oracle Cloud Infrastructure. They offer you a free server if you register with a credit card. So this server runs, the one I have runs a canonical Ubuntu image. So pretty much is when you say image is a complete operating system. So that's what's running. What is a server? A server is a computer that is turned on and running 24/7 somewhere. In this case, in Sydney. All right. So after that, I just want to explain a little bit what is Docker. So Docker is pretty much the solution. If you've been, like me, disconnected from the tech world for a bit, you might not know this, but Docker is like the new solution to deploy apps. So pretty much you have your infrastructure, which is the server, the canonical Ubuntu or whatever server you're running. Sorry, the infrastructure is the computer. Like in this case, I'm using an Oracle. I think it's an ARM X64 with 32 gigabytes of RAM. Sorry, 24 gigabytes of RAM, 200 gigabytes of storage. Well, that is the computer, the physical computer, the hardware. Then you have the host operating system, which is in this case canonical Ubuntu, and then on top of that you put Docker, which is like a program that pretty much creates containers for all the apps. So in this, I'm gonna run an app, then another one, another one. And why this is good is because these apps, they pretty much are an exact copy of what you want. You don't have to be worried about variables. You don't have to be worried about many, many things, So it makes it easier and to deploy apps at big scale, knowing that it's gonna work. All right. So with this said, the first app that I installed in my server is actually called Coolify because servers they work in like you pretty much with servers you communicate with them via terminal, but if you're not really confident in doing so, which I'm not an expert again, not yet at least. I like to have a visual user interface, So that's why I installed Coolify, which is this app here. So coolify pretty much is a visual interface to install applications on your server, to check how your applications are doing, to check your server status, proxies, and all that. If you don't understand all this lingo, don't worry, we'll get to that. Okay. So after I installed Coolify, I pulled a Docker image, which is this one here. Docker image is pretty much like the instructions to install the app. So these are the instructions to install n8n. And kaboom, it installed. But it wasn't like this before. Before, it was giving me errors because the image that I pulled, this one, it is pretty much a generic image. It is not tweaked, it's not personalized to what you have. All right. And that step is crucial, or at least it was for me, because it wasn't letting me access n8n at all. I was having a non-secure connection, non-TLS, which TLS is like a certificate to make sure that that the website is secure. So I wasn't having that. To get that, I had to do a lot of well, let's call it programming or coding. Uh, it was pretty much going into the proxy, which is another app again. So now I have three apps. I have Coolify, I have the proxy, which is called Traefik. I can actually show you Traefik. Yeah, so it was Traefik. It comes with when you install Coolify, it installs Traefik. Okay, um, and n8n. All right. So these containers, they are isolated, but you can get them to talk to each other. All right. And to do that, that's when the things complicate a little bit because those instructions, they are not like just one click and do it. No, you have to know the ports of the container and the port and the routing inside the other containers. So that's a little bit when it gets complicated. But that's why I got help from my good friend ChatGPT, which I pretty much sent him something called the container labels, which are all these things here that are blurred at the moment. When you install the Docker image, um, it comes with a like default container labels. I send them those to ChatGPT, and he replied back with the modified container labels that I needed to paste in here, and then I finally got it to work. All right. After I got it to work, I just had to do another step, which is creating a persistent storage. But that's for another video. All right. Thank you guys for watching. If you have any question, please let me know. But I highly encourage you to go through the documentation. Go through the documentation of Oracle Cloud Infrastructure. Go through the documentation of Docker, Coolify, Traefik, and n8n. It's a little bit hard to read, especially if you're not like very tech. But once you get this done, you will have access to a powerful tool, which is n8n. It's pretty much a no-code automation server. And if it's self-hosted, well, it's free. So you can start testing things, if you have a business and you want, I don't know, automated emails to different customers, or you want to install a chatbot with AI, or I don't know, whatever, you name it. If you want to create music, if you're a producer and you want to, I don't know, send your samples to different, uh, I don't know, you know what I mean. Like you can do many things here, and this is a really good tool, no code. If you actually want to code and you don't know, I'll highly recommend you the Automate the Boring Stuffs books. They're free. They teach you Python, which is pretty much what you need to start. So yeah, good on ya. See ya.